In this video, I'm going to show you how to put together a pet's travel kennel. Keep in mind the kennel I'm using here is the Petmate Sky Kennel. There's a couple different other manufacturers and types of kennels, but generally speaking, they all go together pretty much the same way. Some of the components might look a little bit different, but this video should be applicable even for those other brands. When you get the kennel, it'll either come in a box nested as you see here, or it'll just come zip tied together with some tape. And so the first thing you'll need to do, obviously get it out of the box, cut the tape, take the zip ties off, and then you'll be able to pull the top half out. And you know it's the top half because of the venting here. You'll be able to pull that out of the bottom half. And inside the bottom half, you'll see the components. You'll see some bolts and some plastic nuts. And then you'll see some stickers, some live animal stickers, so you can hold on to those. You don't need to apply those yourself. You can just hand those to the Starwood driver on the day of travel and they can get that set up for you. You'll see some instructions. It typically comes with one water bowl. If you get a kennel through Starwood, we'll usually send you some additional ones in a couple different sizes, but usually it will come with one of them in there and you can use that. And then finally, the door. And so just get everything out of the bottom half of the kennel. I like to open up the nuts and the bolts and just pour those into the water and food bowl for easy access. Take out the papers. So the first step here is to put the door into the bottom half, and it can go in either way. The latch mechanism can be this way or this way, doesn't matter. Important thing to note here is the hinge. The fixed hinge here needs to slide down into that hole. And then we're gonna grab the top half of the kennel. I line it up on the back side. And now I'm going to get this hinge bar into the top hole there. It should all kind of seat down. All along the edge here should all be snug now. And as you can see, the door will open and close. To lock this, and I usually like to lock this before putting the nuts and bolts all along the perimeter just to kind of hold it together somewhat. You just flip this like that, make sure your bars are lined up top and bottom and on this locking piece. To unlock this, and again, this will differ based on manufacturer, but to open this, you're gonna push this button here and then turn the handle. And now we're just gonna get to work on putting all of these bolts and nuts all along the perimeter of the travel kennel. You will typically have a couple extras, so if you get to the end and you have some and you're not sure if you missed a hole, that's normal. You will have some extras. Each kennel size is gonna have a different amount of the bolts and nuts. The smaller ones will have fewer, the bigger ones will have more. But every place you see a hole, you just need to line those up and put the bolt in and then screw the nut down. Notice I typically recommend putting the nuts on the top of this lip instead of putting the nuts on the bottom. I like to put it up here on the top. The last step, once you have all the bolts and nuts along the perimeter of the travel kennel, last step is going to be to put the water and food bowl inside. And so we'll just open this up, pushing this button, twisting, open the door, and then you obviously want it low enough. If you have a smaller pet, you want it pretty low, but not so low that they're gonna step in it and get in it. So we'll just attach that like that. Clicks in, and you are all set.